Hello students, in this lecture we will discuss the second part of lime soda calculations. In the part 1 lecture of lime soda calculations we discussed different chemical reactions and what is the theory behind that. But in today's lecture we will discuss the lime requirement for softening of hard water. Now you may have seen this formula in the books. How to calculate lime required for softening? 74 upon 100 into temporary calcium hardness plus 2 into temporary magnesium hardness plus permanent magnesium hardness, CO2, HCl, H2O, H2SO4, HCO3 that is bicarbonate, salts of Fe2 plus and Al aluminium tripositive ion minus NaAlO2. And all these quantities are actually expressed in the calcium carbonate equivalents. So now I will tell you how this formula is derived. Let us take an example. Suppose magnesium sulfate is present in water and the concentration is 30 ppm in water. So this is the balanced chemical reaction for the removal of magnesium sulfate by the use of lime. So we are considering only the lime here and we will not consider soda for the removal of calcium sulfate generated in this reaction. So in this reaction you can see 1 mole of magnesium sulfate require 1 mole of lime. So 120 gram mole of MgSO4 requires 74 gram mole of calcium hydroxide. Therefore we can say that 1 gram mole of magnesium sulfate will require 74 upon 120 gram mole of magnesium sulfate, and similarly we can say that the given concentration, that is 30 ppm, or we can say 30 milligram per liter, which is given to us 30 ppm, 30 milligram per liter. So 30 milligram per liter of magnesium sulfate actually requires 30 into 74 upon 120 milligram of calcium hydroxide. So we can say that for magnesium sulfate the lime required is 74 upon 100. Actually we have multiplied this with 100 in numerator and denominator both. So 74 upon 100 we put it outside the bracket and we put inside the bracket 30 into 100 upon 120. If you solve it further, this 100 and 100 will cancel out. So when you represent this calculation in this form, what happens here? 74 upon 100 into concentration into 100 upon 120. Now what is 100 upon 120? We discussed in the earlier lecture that it is the multiplication factor for magnesium sulfate, and when you multiply it with the concentration of magnesium sulfate you will get the calcium carbonate equivalent of magnesium sulfate. So this 74 upon 100 into magnesium sulfate expressed in calcium carbonate equivalent is actually the one part of formula. If magnesium sulfate is present, we can use this formula, but if multiple type of impurities are present in water, then you require separate calculations done and they are added. So here you can see a combined formula in which 74 upon 100 is taken outside the bracket and we have put all the quantities inside the bracket. Now these calculations are actually based on the balanced chemical reaction that we have studied in the earlier lecture. So in this manner we can derive this formula. All the details we have already discussed in the previous lecture. YV minus NaAlO2, YV plus HCO3 negative, and all the chemical reactions we have already studied. So this is the basic thing how this formula was derived. Similarly, we can derive a formula for the soda calculation of soda requirement for the softening. So here you can see the expression is 106 upon 100 into permanent calcium hardness. If you remember, I have told you that temporary calcium hardness is not included in the soda requirement, and that is because temporary calcium hardness never react with the soda. So here the impurities included are permanent calcium hardness, permanent magnesium hardness, salts of Fe2 plus Al3 plus, HCl, H2SO4, and we subtract bicarbonate and sodium aluminate. All these quantities are actually expressed in calcium carbonate equivalent. Now again I will tell you how this formula is derived. So suppose in water 34 ppm of calcium sulfate is present. Now we will write the balanced chemical reaction. So this is the balanced chemical reaction, CaSO4 plus Na2CO3. CaCO3 will be precipitated and we will get Na2SO4. So the molecular weight is, for calcium sulfate it is 136 and for sodium carbonate it is 106. Again we can get this reasoning because 136 gram mole of calcium sulfate requires 106 gram mole of sodium carbonate. Therefore, we can say that 1 gram mole of calcium sulfate will require this much of sodium carbonate, and for the actual concentration given to us, that is 34 ppm, or you can say 34 milligram per liter of calcium sulfate, the quantity of soda required will be 34 into 106 upon 136 milligram of soda. So again you can represent this expression here. We will multiply numerator and denominator by 100 and we will put this 106 upon 100 outside the bracket, and we will put this concentration and this 100 upon 136 inside the bracket. So here you can see 34 is what? 34 is the concentration of calcium sulfate and 100 upon 136 is the multiplication factor for calcium sulfate. So this can be represented as calcium sulfate expressed in CaCO3 equivalent. Whatever be the concentration, we have to convert it. And this is the very first step that we used to do when we are doing lime soda calculations. So this expression is actually derived for only calcium sulfate, that is the permanent calcium hardness. Similarly, this expression can be derived for permanent magnesium hardness and salts of Fe2 plus, Al3 plus and all these impurities, and we can take common this 106 upon 100 and we will put it outside the bracket and this formula is derived. So here we took the example of calcium sulfate and we get this formula for soda requirement. Now we will discuss a simple numerical which will give us an idea how to solve a problem based on lime soda calculation. So here is the question. A water sample on analysis gave the following data, and here we are having several impurities: magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, MgSO4, magnesium sulfate, H2SO4, SiO2, and we have the concentration in water sample. So this ppm is actually represented in the form of milligram per liter as well. 1 ppm is, we know that 1 ppm is equal to 1 milligram per liter. So all these quantities are equivalent to milligram per liter as well. We have to calculate the amount of lime. Lime is 95% pure and soda, that is 97% pure. And the water required, the needed for treating 1 million liters of water. So for treatment of 1 million liter of water and 95% lime and soda, we need to calculate the quantity. The very first step that you will follow in every numerical is conversion of all the impurities into calcium carbonate equivalent, and the method is very simple. You will multiply the concentration given. Concentration is given here for each quantity and we will multiply by the multiplication factor. Alternatively, you can multiply concentration by chemical equivalent of CaCO3 upon chemical equivalent of impurity. Chemical equivalent of calcium carbonate is 50, and for all the impurity you can calculate the chemical equivalent by using the formula molecular weight upon N factor. So here we have these impurities: magnesium chloride, we multiplied the concentration with multiplication factor and we are converting them all into the calcium carbonate equivalent. So these are actually the steps we are employing to convert the impurities for calcium carbonate equivalents. Now The last impurity, that is silicon, it is ignored. Why it is ignored? Because it does not react with lime and soda both. It has no impact on the hardness of water. Now we will use the formula lime required. 95% pure lime is given to us, 74 upon 100, and we have put all these quantities as per the formula we discussed earlier. This 100 is for magnesium chloride, this 100 for magnesium sulfate, and H2SO4 for 50. Now what is more important here, we have to calculate the lime and soda requirement for 1 million liter of water. So we multiply this expression with the volume of water. So in our case, in this numerical, volume of water is 10 raised to power 6, that is 1 million. And what is this? This is actually put here to convert the quantity into kilogram. If this 10 raised to power 6 is not here, what you will get? You will get the lime required in milligrams, because this 100, 100 and 50, they all are in the milligram. So since these are in milligram, we have to convert them into kilogram, because obviously for treating 1 million of water, you will be requiring chemicals in kilograms. So we convert milligram into kilogram by dividing it with 10 raised to power 6. 1 kilogram is equal to 10 raised to power 6 milligram. So this is actually volume of water upon 10 raised to power 6 to convert milligram to kilogram. And when you solve it, you will multiply it with 100 upon 95. What is 100 upon 95? It is actually the 95% purity given for the lime. Why it is solved so? Because if you require 95 gram of lime, you have to take 100 gram. So if you require this much quantity of lime, you need to take this much quantity multiplied by 100 upon 95. So you will get here the actual quantity of lime required for the completion of reaction, for the complete removal of hardness. Next is the soda requirement. Soda given is 97% pure, and we have put all the values in the given formula. This is actually as per the formula. And again we will multiply it with 10 raised to power 6, that is volume of water, upon 10 raised to power 6 is what? We are converting milligram to kilogram. And after calculating all this, we will multiply it with 100 upon 97 with a similar reason that we have taken for lime. That is, soda is given in 97% purity. So finally you will get lime in kilogram and soda in kilogram in actual quantity required for the complete removal of hardness in the hard water. Now this is a very simple example of lime soda calculation. Generally, I would like to mention that in some numerical impurities are given in the form of calcium dipositive ion, magnesium dipositive ion, bicarbonate ion, H plus, CO2. And what will happen? When concentration is given for these quantities, what you will do? All this calculation will be same. The only thing that will change is the conversion into calcium carbonate equivalent. For example, in case of calcium dipositive ion, if calcium dipositive ion is given in the numerical and its concentration is suppose x milligram per liter, so how you will do it? It will be x into 100 upon 40. That is chemical equivalent of CaCO3 50 upon chemical equivalent of impurity. So chemical equivalent of impurity calcium dipositive will be molecular weight, that is 40 upon 2. N factor is generally the valency of the ion. So it will be 20. Or if you cancel the 2 on both the side, it will be 100 upon 40. So what happens here? Calculation for calcium carbonate conversion is different in case of calcium sulfate and calcium dipositive ion, because both of them are having different molecular weight, although their N factor is same. But for calcium sulfate, the multiplication factor is 100 upon 136, but for calcium ion, divalent ion, it is 100 upon 40. So only thing that you need to remember is this conversion into calcium carbonate equivalent. Now Try to solve problems given the books you have right now, and if you find any difficulty, please comment in the comment box or you can mail me. Thank you so much for now.